Picture lying awake at 3 in the morning, staring at the ceiling as your mind races through every possible disaster that could strike tomorrow. Your car engine could fail, your laptop might die, your company could announce layoffs. This is the daily reality for millions of people. When you live paycheck to paycheck, every financial decision requires a careful, exhausting calculation. Any unexpected expense feels like a potential catastrophe rather than a simple bill. While we often focus on milestones like $1 million or a six-figure salary, research into financial behavior suggests that $10,000 represents a specific threshold where these daily anxieties begin to change. High income is not a guarantee of security. Many people earning six figures drive expensive cars and live in high-end apartments, yet possess zero cash. If the income stops, the lifestyle collapses immediately. The strength of a $10,000 fund is often found in the emergency fund effect. In most cases, the value of this money is not realized by spending it, but through the peace of mind that comes from its mere presence in a bank account. Reaching this milestone marks a transition from a defensive posture to an offensive one. You stop focusing purely on immediate survival and gain the mental capacity to make proactive choices about your career and lifestyle. This shift is reflected in our biology. When a person crosses the $10,000 savings mark, their levels of cortisol, the body's primary stress hormone, tend to drop and stabilize. As the line stabilizes, it begins to act like a shock absorber. In this state, a check engine light or a broken appliance is no longer a life-altering crisis. It is a minor inconvenience that is easily absorbed by your existing reserves. The math supports this stability. Most automotive repairs cost between $500 and $3,000. The majority of urgent care visits and minor medical procedures fall within this same range. $10,000 covers nearly every common derailment. This amount also provides a significant buffer against job loss. Depending on your monthly expenses, it buys 3 to 6 months of breathing room to find a new position that aligns with your goals, rather than taking the first job available out of desperation. This buffer creates the first real yield of the $10,000 asset, the ability to be selective and exercise your own options. Constantly calculating whether you can afford basic survival needs creates decision fatigue. Choosing between the generic pasta and the name brand, or debating the cost of a daily lunch, burns significant mental energy throughout the day. Having $10,000 in the bank removes the need for most of these micro-calculations. You can make purchases based on preference and quality rather than strictly according to your current bank balance. Removing this mental tax allows your brain to pivot. You can stop managing immediate crises and begin focusing on strategic, long-term wealth planning. This chart shows how liquidity allows you to capture asymmetric returns. For example, spending $2,000 on a professional certification can lead to a $10,000 increase in annual salary, a massive recurring gain that is only possible if you have the cash to invest up front. We see the same pattern in networking. A $50 fee for an industry event might be too expensive for someone with zero savings. However, for a saver, that $50 is a small investment that could lead to a job offer with a $5,000 raise. A cash safety net allows you to capitalize on high-yield opportunities that remain out of reach for those living paycheck to paycheck. Accumulating the first $1,000 is often the most difficult part of the process because it requires the most significant lifestyle changes. However, as the balance grows toward $5,000 or $10,000, the habits become more automatic and the effort required decreases. Success at this level requires a shift in identity. You have to move past the idea of a temporary financial diet and instead adopt the mindset of a person who prioritizes long-term stability over immediate spending. The data on consumer spending suggests there is more flexibility in most budgets than people realize. The average American spends over $3,000 per year on convenience purchases, dining out, and subscription services. Redirecting just 1/3 of that annual spending into a savings account allows a person to reach the $10,000 milestone in less than 3 years. The benefits of this discipline extend to physical health and social stability. Lower financial stress is correlated with better sleep quality and a significant reduction in relationship conflicts. This stability also impacts your professional life. When you aren't operating from a place of fear, you negotiate salary and benefits from a position of strength, which frequently results in better job offers and higher compensation. The accumulation of your first $10,000 facilitates a psychological evolution from a consumer to an allocator. This transformation provides the necessary foundation for long-term financial independence and future growth.